Alright fellas, the coconut shy PA. What am I shouting for?
That's the shirt to wear.
Coconut shy PA has got the Whirlpool hops in it. And we're getting ready now to set up Captain America here.
That's me. Captain Little Britain.
We're going to be using one of these, a tilt hydrometer. So we have, Harry, would you do the honours?
I certainly can. In one, we've got a tilt wireless hydrometer from Baron Thingamajig fella guy, whatever his name is. I know her. And in here, it comes in its own little carry case, and I've seen stories of people sanitising this.
Putting the old thing.
Putting it in. And going, my readings are way out of whack. But no, what you need to do is take it out of the sleeve. Be careful though, because you can get pregnant.
And there we have it. Tilt black. Let's get her in the star stand. And she's there already. 21.7 degrees.
0, 0, 0, 0.
No.
1.
1.001.
That's the bubbles, mate, which is making that. So you will get a little bit of variation in the accuracy, you always do. Particularly when it's covered in Krausen. So don't expect it to be, if it says 10.04, don't expect to take an hydrometer reading and it's 10.04, it won't be. Use it as a guide for when to do other things. And then if you think it's ready, take an hydrometer sample. And but usually if that hasn't moved for like 3 days, she's ready, she's done. That's how I use mine.
We want to set this one up, don't we? Is it on the side here? Oh, it is, yeah.
But bear in mind, if you set that to log now, it's going to log 0 as your starting gravity. So you want to wait till you dropped it in, and then
right, we'll do that after one then. Right, so the time has come to get this tilt into the beer, and then we can then start to sort out it's sending a log. So let's put this on. Jeff Gate. In she goes.
Did that go in your eye, buddy?
Right, she's on. Let's get her in here to the new fermentation chamber. There she goes.
Good night, beer.
Right, so don't use it at the thingy. Right, Harry, you've got 8 of these, so you'll be able to help me out.
Yeah, I use mine on a Raspberry Pi. No, it's slightly different.
I'm going to rename this Cognut.
Save. You gotta hit. There you go.
On every one of you.
I would.
You notice the big change or the small change? That's where it went pear-shaped using the tablet. For whatever reason, the tilt did not like being ran off the iPad. Now it's an old iPad, but we were getting error reads on it. It wasn't sending the information to the cloud. So I think that the iPad wasn't hooking up to the Wi-Fi in the house, and it was not then uploading the pings every 15 minutes to the spreadsheet. So what I did was that night, the night of the brew day, I found an old phone and hooked it up, downloaded the tilt onto it. It read the tilt, and so far this is almost day 6 now, and it's been pinging the information to the spreadsheet. So we've changed it out for the foam. And there she is. So she last pinged 5 minutes ago. She's at 10:15, 19.4 degrees. Right, there we go. So if I open this up now, you'll be able to see that the information's being logged on the sheet and has been pinging a log from that night. There we go, look. Starting at 10:49 and we're currently at 10:15. And I really like this. It's really geeky, but I love it. What I like as well about this is the fact that it is monitoring temperatures inside the fermenting wort, which I've never had before. The average is 19.5, it's currently at 19.4, the lowest was 19.4 degrees. I'm really pleased with how the firm fridge is set up and working, because I mean, you can see here, look, this is the temperature. It's 19.4, 19.4, 19.4, 19.4. And you could see where the fermentation actually occurred, because the temperature rose and it held that temperature a little bit and then steadied out. So I love the tilt. So far, so good. I like it. But like I was saying, I've not had a reading inside a fermenting wort before of temperature, and so I'm really pleased with the setup of this PC fan here and the heat source at the bottom. I think that's a 40-watt space heater, and it just goes to show that it's all working well as a fermentation chamber. That fan is moving the air around well enough to, over the nearly 6 days it's been in there, maintain like 19.4 to 20 degrees. And the heat source is just right to, again, maintain the fermentation, which is good. It's good to know that. So that's it. The tilt has worked impeccably well so far. First time using it, but I've not had any headaches apart from the setting it up on the iPad. But apart from that, things are looking rosy with it. I think it said it's 67%. Apparent attenuation 68.7%, and it's currently, according to this, 4.3% ABV. So I think I'm going to check it tomorrow, and then I'm going to probably start to do the dry hop and the coconut. Leave it for 4 or 5 days and then crash chill it. But I shall put a little note on the tilt when I've added the dry hops, so that I can watch what happens after that and know that on that day that's when the dry hops went in. And also, Harry was saying that on the Beersmith 3.0 you can actually link the Google Sheets from the tilt to the Beersmith 3, which I think on the last video a lot of people were saying to check out Brewfather instead of Beersmith, because again it can link to it. I think Brewer's Friend as well, I think, can have your tilt link to that as well. But by all accounts, Beersmith 3, you can do the same thing. I will look into other brewing software in the future. I'm not completely against not using Beersmith and using something else. It's just that I've just got used to Beersmith 3 again, so I don't want to go and do something else, go and use something else. But for the purpose of making videos, it might be a good thing to download and look into and see how it compares and see which one I do prefer. But at the minute I'm just going to stick with Beersmith 3 because I'm just starting to, the information that was in my head from 3 years ago is starting to be released again. I'm starting to remember for Beersmith, so I'm going to stick with Beersmith for a little bit more. But that is it, fellas. Tilt, update. I like it. I really like it. I'm glad I spent the money for getting one, if not for just keeping track on fermentation, knowing that if I do the coconut shy again,